Hi everyone, my name is Furkan Fırat. Today I'm going to introduce you Chista version 2.00. I would like to start with what is Chista? Well, Chista is an open source cyber threat intelligence framework designed to help users understand, predict, and defend themselves against cyber threats. Now let me show you how to set up Chista on your computer so you can start using it. First of all, you need to go our GitHub repository. After that, when you scroll down, you're gonna see the over here prerequisites part. That means you need to have Golang and Python installed on your system. Make sure you have the appropriate versions. Also, if you want to use Chista on your local browser, that's actually what I'm going to show you today. You need to have Node.js installed on your system because the front end part is developed by using React. So without further ado, let's see how to download and run Chista. It's actually very easy, guys. All you need to do is over here, click on this code button and download zip. Now the project files are downloading. You also need to download chista.exe file, which is over here. When you see the releases part, click on this version 2.00. And over here, you need to download this chista.exe file to run our backend server. Now we downloaded everything we need. Let's set up our project. We need to actually unzip this first. Okay, and we also need to put this chista.exe file in our project folder, which is over here. Yes. After that, double click on this chista.exe file, run it. Right now, Chista is running on your system. The last thing we're going to do is setting up our front end part so we can actually start using Chista. To do that, we need to come over here and click on this Chista-front end. Now we need to run two commands in our project folder over here. So to run the necessary commands, I'm going to open a terminal on this file, on this folder. Yep, I'm in this folder and I'm gonna first run npm install. This is gonna install our project dependencies. This is probably gonna take a while, so I'm gonna pause the video over here. Alright, after that we need to run npm start to run our front end part. It says starting the development server. Alright, now we are all set to go. That is our homepage. You're welcome to read through that page to learn more about Chista. You can switch the dark mode to light mode over here, but I prefer to use it in the dark mode. You can read the documentation by clicking on this button. And also, we would really appreciate it if you give a star to our GitHub repository. Let's scroll down. Over here, you can see our tech stack. The technologies we have used while we are developing Chista, and shout out to our project team. They're really doing an awesome job building Chista. You can also visit their GitHub profiles by clicking on the avatars, just like that. Okay, let's see what can we do on Chista right now. When you open the sidebar, you're gonna see the modules that are ready to use. Right now the phishing module is ready, but there will be upcoming modules soon. So what is this phishing module for? When you click on phishing over here, you're going to see two options, scan and monitor. Let's click on scan first. So basically in this module, you can enter a domain name over here, and Chista is going to scan all of the possible phishing URLs and display them for you. So let's give an example. Let's say I have got a website called example.com. Yeah, here. And I wonder what are the possible phishing URLs related to the domain I provided. In this case, it's example.com. So enter the domain and click on scan button over here. Chista is gonna search for possible phishing URLs and display them to you in a while. I'm gonna pause the video over here so you don't have to wait. As you can see, the results are ready and you can take actions accordingly. Well, we have another input area here. That's basically for excluding the domains that you don't want them to show up on this table. In this case, let's say I know this sexample.com is mine, and this is also mine. Let's say those two domains are mine, and I don't want them to show up on this table. Then you can just exclude those domains by entering them in this exclude domain area. Make sure to use comma between the domains if you're providing us multiple domains. So in this case, let's say you're gonna make a search for example.com, and those two domains are also yours, so you don't want them to show up on this table. You need to put those domains to exclude those domains in this table and scan them again. In this case, you're not gonna see those two domains in our table. Okay, the results are ready. Those two domains are not going to show up in this table, so you can check it out like that. You're not gonna be able to find this domain over here. That is all about phishing scan, and now let's talk about phishing monitor. Click on monitor, and you're gonna see a similar page as phishing scan, but this part is for you to save your domains and monitor them time to time. So basically, you're gonna write the domain and click on save. Let's say example.com again, and click on the save button. This domain will be registered, and you'll be able to click on this details button and see the possible phishing URLs, just like we saw on the phishing scan part. It's fetching data, so you need to wait a couple of minutes. I'm gonna pause the video over here so you don't have to wait. In about 5 minutes, the results are ready. So basically, that phishing monitor part is doing the same job as phishing scan, but here you can save as much domain as you want on this table and come back anytime to check the results. In the next version, we are planning to implement a notification system that is going to let you know when there is a new possible phishing URL online in the internet. By the way, you can use Chista on command line interface as well, but like I said today, I just wanted to show you how to use it on your local browser because I think that's much more easier. And yeah, that was all about Chista version 2.00, guys. If you found this project useful, please don't forget to give a star to our GitHub repository. Thank you for watching.